Who you are is eternal, doesn't die, was never born, and exists beyond all appearing forms and all living things. This is the secret to life in form, is to see that you are the life force, the energy that animates everything here, that we are right now, that one consciousness, which is manifesting, which is creating all of these forms, which is sharing this field. And by being there, you're then in the witness, but then you see that you're consciously creating this as you go. You are creating every thought, you are creating every feeling. And then there's a play in that. Then it's not as serious as it was made out to be, because if you just identify with thought, with the narratives, with the ongoing mental stream, mental energy, it separates you more from what you are, which is consciousness. So all you ever really were to begin with was infinite being, which is infinite light. But to realize that it had to separate itself from its infinite potential, its infinite power, into separation, into a story of you, or some sort of suffering story, which I'm not saying isn't real, is very real in form to the person, but it had to separate itself into that to then see that I'm not that story. I'm not this bundle of thoughts, feelings, and ideas. I'm infinite consciousness, which creates all of that, which just exists in a space that is non-conceptual and is an intelligence that isn't of the mind. It's a universal intelligence, which is what we are, and which is meeting itself right now in this video. Us as that one intelligence, joining now, expressing itself now through what appears like a separate avatar here, which is really just you in another form. The same presence, the same field now that is shining through here, that is shining, the energy that is here, that you feel, and I know you feel it, I know you can feel it, is you. You are feeling that. You are feeling yourself. This is consciousness meeting itself, meeting consciousness through the unique avatars that appear to be here. And so that is the key, the secret to getting out of suffering, is seeing that I can, and I am that space. I am that space of being, which is constantly free, constantly peaceful, and just allows everything. Anything can come through then. It doesn't matter whether it's whatever in your avatar, whether it's uncomfortable or some outside story, all of that can play out. You don't have to move to a mountain. You don't have to wear white robes. You don't have to give up anything, because you're not losing anything. You're only undoing what you're not, which is really the creation of these thoughts, concepts, stories, beliefs that are not inherently the infinite reality of who you are, that are just finite. But that one infinite reality is this right now. And to be that is to just remember that you always were that, but you chose as that infinite reality to come into the form of you, the avatar of you, by just creating a story, creating what appears like darkness. But the light is what shines through all of that, because the infinite reality, the infinite light, is the presence that creates everything. So then it's saying that I was never these finite thoughts. I was never this construct, this system that I've built, or what I've been told that I am. I don't have to follow that anymore. And it is a choice. I can choose now. I'm realizing, otherwise you wouldn't be here watching this, that there is an awakening into this deeper reality, into this deeper consciousness, which is fucking free, which just wants to go fuck yeah and like reach for the sky, punch the sky, and it can, there's no limits to that. We can do that because it is so freeing and so here. It's ultimately what we yearn for. But that power of realizing that we are that infinite reality, that we are that creator, is so much for the person and for the mind to take on, that it falls back. It's like the moth going to the flame. All it wants is to go into the flame. But it knows by doing so, by going into the flame, it has to die. So it pulls away. But then when it gets there, it sees, oh, I don't actually die. The being that I am is eternal, is always here, is infinite. So the only thing that goes is the bundle of thoughts, ideas, and the limited form, but who I really am, which is infinitely creative and just here and expressive, and is just so potent in everything, is just always here. So it's just coming back to what's here right now, always. And it doesn't matter what comes up. Anything can come up, and we express, the more we feel that, the more we be here and present, the more that comes through in our avatar, the more that wants to express through the uniqueness of our avatar, through the uniqueness of what appears like a separate self, to then see what wants to come through now, is what I'm saying, is like, we are that one consciousness. And the uniqueness of us is beautiful, but the power, the essence of that one consciousness is what we yearn for, is free of suffering, is peaceful. And that just requires a trust in everything, a trust in being that consciousness, in being this present, being now, breathing, seeing that whatever arises, even if it's uncomfortable, because to flower, there has to be discomfort, that whatever comes through is just allowed. It's all okay. It's all okay. And it's in the discomfort, it's in that separation, in that suffering, that starts to bloom, and you go, I'm not that. I'm that. I'm what shines the light through all of that, and just allows. All right. I fucking love you because I love myself. Bye.